Good morning students. Today we are going to discussing about the unit 3, which is a single phase transformer. My name is P. Mahmood Khan. I am assistant professor in Triple department, VVIT college. Now, the learning objective of the single phase transformer here to understand the working principle of single phase transformer and its construction details, to learn about different types of transformers. What is a transformer? An electrical power transformer is a static device which transfers electrical energy from one circuit to another without any direct electrical connection. It also performs this with the help of mutual induction between two windings. It can transfer power from one circuit to another without changing its frequency, but maybe at a different voltage levels depending upon the need. The first figure shows this is nothing but the systematic of your single phase transformer diagram, and the second one is nothing but this is the symbol. And coming to the working principle of a transformer. A transformer operates on a principle of mutual inductance between two inductive coupled coils. The winding in which electrical energy is fed is called primary winding, and the other from which energy is drawn out is called as a secondary winding. The primary winding has n number of turns, while the secondary winding has n2 number of turns. The basic transformer and its symbol is given figure 1 and figure 2. Here this is nothing but the supply, and here we are having the n1 number of primary winding. This is nothing but n2. This is nothing but a secondary winding, and here this is nothing but your load. Okay, when an alternating voltage V1 is applied to the primary winding, when V1 is going to be applied here, what happens? An alternating current is going to be flowing in this direction to producing the flux in the core. When current is going to be flowing, automatically what happens? The flux is going to be flowing through this core. According to the Faraday law of electromagnetic induction, an EMF is going to be induced in the primary winding. That value is nothing but E1 equals to minus n into d5 by dt, where n is a number of turns in the primary winding. The induced EMF in the primary winding is always equal and opposite to the of applied voltage V1 because of your Lenz's law. Assuming a leakage flux to be negligible, that is nothing but total flux, whatever the flux is going to be, that is the flux is going to be links the primary winding is going to be linking your secondary winding. Almost whole flux produced in the primary winding links with your secondary winding, hence E2 is induced in the secondary winding. This is the working principle of your transformer. Okay, why we are getting the EMF is going to be inducing. Coming to the construction point of your single phase transformer, there are two basic parts of a transformer. First one is nothing but the magnetic core, and the second one is nothing but a winding or coil. Coming to the magnetic core, the core of the transformer is either a square or a rectangular in size. It is further divided into two parts. If you take this is a core, okay, it may be a square type or a rectangular type, and the vertical portion of this which coils are wound is nothing but the limb, and the top and bottom horizontal portion is called the yoke. If you take this one here, this is called as a limb, horizontal, and top one, this is a top and bottom, this is a bottom one, this is a top one, it is called as a yoke, where vertical one is nothing but it is called as a limbs in the transformer. Types of the transformer. On the basic of construction, the transformer classified into two types, core type and shell type. Coming to the shell type, for the construction of your shell type, a three-limbed iron is used. Both primary winding and secondary are placed in the central limb. I already told you. Here we are using the three limbs, that is nothing but limb 1, limb 2 and limb 3. That is nothing but This is the left limb, this is the right limb, and this is nothing but the central limb. First primary winding is wounded on the central limb with the number of turns. Then insulation paper is going to be wrapped on the primary winding. Then secondary winding is placed on this paper. First we are taking the primary winding, then we are going to be then insulation we are going to be placing, then afterwards we are placing the secondary. That means two windings are going to be placing in the central limb itself only. Okay, and the third one here is it has a double magnetic circuit. Double magnetic circuit is nothing but what happens here, this is the one path, this is one path is going to be existing, another, therefore this is nothing but the closed path. That means two magnetic paths are going to be developing in the shell type transformers. The core encircles most of the part of the winding. Generally it is used for low voltage transformer. Low voltage purpose only we are going to be preferring this shell type transformer. As the winding are surrounded by the core, the natural cooling does not exist. For removing any winding, if for example some shortages or you have to remove the winding, for removing this winding it is going to be somewhat complicated. Large number of laminations is required to be removed. And coming to the second one, we are having the core type of transformer. For core type of transformer, two limb iron cores are used. Two limbs, that is nothing but this is a limb, this is another limb. We have, if you use a two limbs, that is nothing but the core type. If you use a three limb, it is called as a shell type. Okay, primary and the secondary windings are split into two parts, and each part is arranged on both the limbs of the core. Initially, first part of the primary winding is wound on the one limb, and the remaining part of the wound is on the other limb. That means some half of the winding is going to be placing here, half of the winding is going to be placing here. And then insulation, then what happens when after primary winding is going to be placed, then insulation is nothing but we are going to be placing an impregnated paper or anything. What happens, we are going to be wrapped on the each wind on each part of the primary winding. Now secondary winding is wound on this paper or this part, each part of the one limb. Okay, it has a single magnetic circuit, only one magnetical circuit is going to be existing. Here in shell type we are having two magnetic paths, that is nothing but two closed types are going to be existing, but in this core type we are having only single type magnetic. The winding encircles the core. The winding encircles the core, that is core is surrounded by the winding. Core is made up of large number of thin laminations. As the windings are uniformly distributed on the two limbs, the natural cooling is more effective. The coil can be easily removed by removing the laminations of the top of the yoke for maintenance. If you are having any maintenance, that means if any winding damage, we can able to easily remove. And the comparison of your core type and the shell type, here this is nothing but the core type, and therefore this is nothing but the shell type. First difference is nothing but the winding encircles the core. Here in shell type, the core encircles most of the winding. It is a single magnetic path, it is a doubly magnetic circuit. The core has two limbs, here two limbs, here we are having the three limbs. The cylindrical coils are used here. Here multi-layer disc or sandwich type coils are used here. Okay, coming to the coil type, the winding are uniformly distributed on the two limb, hence natural cooling is effective. Here what happens, the natural cooling does not exist as the windings are surrounded by the core. Why? Because here we are going to be placing only here, but in this thing we are going to be placing the two winding half part, and the coils are easily removed from maintenance point of view. Here the coils cannot be moved easily. Why? Because both total winding and here half part, here half part, that means we are going to be this is used for high voltages, this is used for low voltages. According to their working, the transformers are classified into three types of step-up transformer, step down transformer and isolation transformer. What is a step up transformer? When the number of turns on the secondary winding are greater than the primary winding, this is called nothing but a step up transformer. Then voltage across your secondary is greater than your primary. These kind of transformers are called as a step up transformer, where here K is nothing but the transformation ratio. K must be greater than 1. What is K? N2 by N1. N2, what is N2? Secondary turns by the primary turns is nothing but the K. This type of transformers are generally used in generating power stations. That is nothing but if you are taking a VTPS or anything, there you are using this step up transformers. Or in communication circuits are EHT, extra high voltage transformers, where we are using the step down transformer. What is a step down transformer? When the number of turns on the secondary winding are less when compared to the number of turns on the primary winding, then voltage across the secondary is less than the primary. These kind of transformers are called step down transformer. Here K is less than 1. What is K? N2 by N1. This type of transformers are generally used in distributed power systems and in electronics and in communication circuits. I think in our cell phones we are using the step down transformers itself only. And the third one is nothing but the isolation transformer. When the number of turns on the secondary winding is equals to the number of turns on the primary winding, then voltage available across the secondary is equals to the primary voltage or applied voltage. This is nothing but the isolation transformer. Why we are using the isolation transformer? If the primary winding is having some unwanted DC components, we have to get, if you want to get a pure AC at the secondary, then we will use the isolation transformer. In this primary we are having somewhat AC and DC. If you use a transformer, we can able to block the DC component and we can able to get only a pure AC in the secondary. This kind of transformer is nothing but the isolation, where K equals to 1, K equals to N2 by N1. This type of isolation, isolate, that is I already told you, testing the supply, testing for the supply. This is a feedback. Whether the course contents meet your expectation, say yes no in your YouTube channel. Thank you.